Hello student, we have started the lesson transition and inner transition element, and in part 3 we are continuing the magnetic properties of transition element. Now see that transition element shows variable magnetic properties. Magnetic property may be diamagnetic, may be paramagnetic, may be ferromagnetic. Diamagnetism is shown when the electrons present in the compounds all are paired. Unpaired electron if it is present, then we see the paramagnetism, and if one or more unpaired electrons are present over there, then ferromagnetism is observed in case of any kind of a compound. So in case of 3D series, all kind of these magnetisms are observed. We have seen this in the part 2. Now in part 3, what we are discussing here is the magnetic moment of ions of first transition series element. The values here given in the table are in Bm, Bose magneton. For Sc+3, the calculated value of magnetic moment and experimental value is 0. For Ti+3, we can see here outer electronic configuration is 3d1, the number of unpaired electron is 1, and calculated value and experimental value of magnetic moment is 1.73. That is same. In case of V+3, the outer electronic configuration is 3d2, the number of unpaired electron is 3, and the calculated and experimental magnetic moment is 3.87. Cr+2, 4.9 magnetic moment is observed, and for Mn+2, 3d5 outer electronic configuration, the number of unpaired electron 5, the calculated value of magnetic moment is 5.92 and experimental is 5.96. Fe+2, 3d6 outer electronic configuration, number of unpaired electron 4. So again we are seeing here 4.9 calculated and experimental value. Co+2, 3d7 outer electronic configuration, 3 unpaired electron, the calculated value and experimental values are different. Calculated value is 3.87 Bose magneton, but the experimental value is in the range of 4.4 to 5.2 Bose magneton. Ni+2, the outer electronic configuration is 3d8, the number of unpaired electron is 2. So calculated value of magnetic moment 2.84, but the experimental value lies in the range of 2.9 to 3 and of course 4.0. Cu+2 is having the outer electronic configuration 3d9, so one unpaired electron is there, and it will shows the magnetic moment calculated 1.73 Bose magneton, experimental values 1.8 to 2.2. Zn+2, of course it is having the outer electronic configuration 310, that means number of unpaired electron is 0, calculated value of magnetic moment is 0, experimental value is also 0. So Si+3 and Zn+2 having the diamagnetism or no magnetic moment at all. The magnetic moment of some 3D metal ions are listed in the table above, which shows their greater number of unpaired electron, greater will be the magnetic moment. In second and third transition series, orbital angular momentum is significant. In case of first series, spin-only magnetic moment is significant, but in case of second and third transition series, orbital angular momentum is significant. Therefore, the spin-only formula is not useful, and more complicated equation have to be employed to determine the magnetic moment in case of second and third transition series. The magnetic moment is found to be temperature dependent. Now let us discuss about the next point, that is the complex formation of d block element. Transition metal exhibits strong tendency to form the complex compound with the different ligand due to following reason. The complex formation we can explain in the coordination compound in detail. Here only we are seeing what are the reasons behind the complex formation of d block element. First is the small size and high charge density. Second is variable oxidation state. Third is availability of vacant d orbital to accept the electron pair from the ligands. The one more characteristic of d block element is metallic character of d block element. We can see here all are metal. The low ionization enthalpy and vacant d orbital. Low ionization in enthalpy and vacant d orbital in the outermost shell are responsible for the metallic character of the transition elements. These favors the metallic bond and these elements shows metallic properties. Nearly all transition metal shows HCP hexagonal close packing structure, CCP cubic close packing structure, BCC body centered cubic lattice, which are the characteristic property of the metals. So these are the metallic character, why it is seen and how they shows the various kind of lattices. We will discuss the catalytic property of d block element. This will ask for the 2 mark in board exam. Catalytic property. The catalytic activity of transition metal and their compounds is associated with their variable oxidation states. Typical catalysts are the example I am giving here. First, vanadium 5 oxide is used in contact process for manufacture of sulfuric acid. Finely divided iron is used in the Haber process for the manufacture of ammonia. Nickel is used in catalytic hydrogenation of ethane to ethane. Fourth one, palladium second chloride and copper second salt is used as catalyst for the production of ethanol from ethane and water. This is also termed as a Wacker process. We'll see this in the alcohol topic. Hemoglobin, a large fifth example is hemoglobin, a large molecule containing Fe2 acts as a catalyst for the respiration process. Now let us discuss the color of ions and compounds of d block element. Most of the compounds of d block element are colored. They give colored solution when dissolved in water. In transition metal compound, color is generally associated with incomplete n-1 d shell of transition metal. Since most compound of the transition element are colored, there must be energy transition which can absorb some of the energy of the visible light. The color of transition metal ion containing unpaired electron is attributed to electronic transition from one energy level to another in d subshell. This is called d-d transition. Now let us discuss the table wherein we can see the color of hydrated ions of some transition element. Here hydrated ions of Si+3, the number of electron is 0 and color of the solid or solution is colorless. If number of electron is 0, we will have the white color or colorless compound we can see here. If the number of d electron is 1, we see the blue color. If the 2 number of electrons are there in the hydrated ions, then we'll see the green color. If 3, we see violet color, and for 5 we have the green color. This is the situation here. Yes, so we are discussing here the chart. Hydrated ions of Si+3, number of d electron 0, color of the solid solution colorless. Ti+3 1, color blue. Vi+3, number of electron 2, green color. Cr+3, 3 number of d electron, violet color. Mn+3, number of electron 4, violet color. Fe+3, number of electron 5, green color. CO+3, number of electron 3, pink color. Ni+3, green color. Cu+3, blue color. Zn+3 again colorless. Zn+2, it is colorless. Thus the color of transition metal ion related to presence of unpaired d electron. किती unpaired electron present आहेत त्याच्यावर. दुसरं d-d transition. Third one, nature of ligand attached to metal ion. And fourth one is the geometry of the complex formed by metal ion. For this purpose, we are taking the example of cobalt chloride, CO+2. CO plus 2, cobalt chloride, when dissolved in water, it is having pink color. When dissolved in HCl, it is having different kind of an color, that is deep blue color. So how it is happen? When cobalt chloride plus 2 is dissolved in water, it forms pink solution of the complex COH2O6 plus 2 complex is obtained over here, which has octahedral geometry. But when this cobalt chloride is treated with concentrated hydrochloric acid, it turns into deep blue color. This change is due to the formation of another complex COCl4 minus 2, which has tetrahedral structure. So see here the equation COH2O6 plus 2, when treated with hydrochloric acid, that is 4Cl minus ion, it will get converted into COCl4 minus 2 plus 6 of H2. Now let us discuss the formation of interstitial compounds. When small atoms like hydrogen, carbon and nitrogen are trapped in interstitial spaces within the lattice, the compound formed are called as an interstitial compound. Sometimes sulfides and oxides are also trapped in crystal lattice of transition elements. So we'll see the points during the formation of interstitial compounds. Steel and cast iron are example of interstitial compounds of carbon and iron. Due to presence of carbon, the malleability and ductility of the iron is reduced, while its tenacity increases. Interstitial compounds are good conductor of heat and electricity. Their chemical properties are similar to the parent metal. Their melting point is higher than pure metal. Their densities are less than pure metal. Their metallic carbides are chemically inert and extremely hard as that of diamond. Hydrides of transition metals are used as a powerful reducing agent. So this is about the formation of interstitial compound, which is asked for 2 marks in the board exam.